Hello there! Do you remember watching the Clone Wars animated shorts series that were found on Cartoon Network? Oh, several years ago, many years ago, like a while back. These 3 seasons of animated shorts ran from November 2003 through March 2005. Welcome to Unboxing the Boxes, my Star Wars collection. This is episode 108, the action figures of the Clone Wars animated shorts. Before there was the computer-generated Clone Wars TV series, there was a series of two-dimensional or 2D hand-drawn animated shorts, which aired for 3 seasons. This series, since it aired, has received a lot of critical acclaim. In fact, it even won a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Animated Program. Of course, Hasbro and Lucasfilm couldn't let a gold mine like this go without coming out with a line of action figures based on the characters of this animated short series. 14 figures were released. 14 single pack figures were released from 2004 through 2005. I have 12 of the 14 figures. Don't you think they did a good job of bringing these to life? Well, maybe you should wait with judging until you see them all. Before I show you them though, I just want to invite you to once again like the video, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe to the channel. Now, let's begin and find out what they all look like, huh? Okay, before we begin, I just want to let you know that I went to rebelscum.com to find out how many of these action figures actually exist. And like I said, I'm missing 2. At the end of displaying these, I'll let you know which 2 I'm missing. I think I might have to go now onto eBay or some auction site and see if I can find the 2 I'm missing so I can complete the series. Either that, or do I have them somewhere else in storage and for some reason they weren't stored with these. Time will tell as I open the boxes for these videos. Let's begin, okay? The first one I'd like to show you was our, you could say, main baddie of the series, or one of the main baddies. That's the one I've already been showing you, and that is Count Dooku. And yes, you will notice that these figures are stored in the Star Case by ProTech. As you can see, these cases fit very nicely with these figures. The bubbles are a little thicker than some of the previous figures, even though, as you can see with Count Dooku here, the figure wasn't very thick, but they kept I think they pretty much had the same bubble for all of the figures, unlike some series where they had different size bubbles for different size figures. On the back, it pretty much all says the same thing as far as these figures go. Through the creative vision of Lucasfilm and the Cartoon Network, the Clone Wars are brought to life in an exciting new series of short animated chapters. A unique animation style captures the drama of this epic period in galactic history, along with its outstanding heroes and adversaries. Noble Jedi warriors lead clone troopers into battle against the evil separatist forces and their droid armies. Anakin, Obi-Wan, Yoda, and their comrades struggle against the rising power of the dark side and confront personal challenges against a backdrop of war-torn planets. Woohoo! Also on the back of these figures, you can see that they do list some of the other figures that are available in this series. Once again, let's take a look at the Count Dooku figure here. As you can see, it is very much based on the animated series. I do like that they also include on the right side there a cartoon cutout, if you want to call it that, of what the character looked like in the series so that you can compare it to the actual action figure. And of course, he does come with his red lightsaber. Pretty simplistic as far as movability goes. He can move at the shoulders. He does have movement, I think, at the wrists. And it's hard to tell exactly how his legs move through the case here in the bubble. But the movement is fairly limited, not too much there. But still, I think it is a really nice character based on a cartoon. Not bad at all. So there is Count Dooku. Of course, Count Dooku's right hand, if you want to say apprentice or partner in crime or whatever you want to call, would be Asajj Ventress. And here again, as you can see, very well done. Once again, I like the cartoon figure on the side. And she comes with 2 red lightsabers, both with curved hilts. Her robe just flows around her. So you can see these are probably not quite so much to play with as much as they are for the collectors, maybe. The playability here is a little bit limited. It looks like she does have some movement at the shoulders. Can't quite tell if her wrists are able to move. She does have some movement at the head, I believe. And of course, it's hard to tell whether she's going to be able to move any legs or not because the robe is pretty much plastic. It is not cloth. So, and tell the truth, I must have really liked Asajj Ventress at that time because for some reason, I do have 2 of them. Now, it's not very often I buy 2 figures, but I don't know if I got one on sale or what was going on here. For some reason, with Ventress, we have 2 figures. The next one in line is another Force wielder, and that is Yoda. And Yoda's in an action pose here again. As far as his arms moving back and forth, I think they pretty much just swivel in this one. They're again very, very limited as far as movement, articulation, but still kind of a nice figure based on the animated series. And kind of has a light green, almost a yellowish green lightsaber with this one. I think they could have made it maybe a little more green. What do you think? The next one on line here is Obi-Wan Kenobi. How can we have a Clone Wars series if we don't have Obi-Wan Kenobi? Once again, very highly posed. Like I said, I think these are more for collectors than they were for kids. But it is a very good likeness of his cartoon version from the animated series. He does come with his blue lightsaber, as you can see. Nicely done. I have noticed that the card front on Obi-Wan seems to be yellowing a bit. Yoda's is a little brighter as far as the white goes. So we've got a little aging going on here, which, hey, these figures are nearly 20 years old. What can we expect? Let's go on to the next one here. We got Yoda. We got Obi-Wan. Well, we better have Anakin Skywalker. Yes, this is the young Anakin. Not this one. He is still the Padawan. He does still have the braid in the back there. And there again, if you look from the figure to the cartoon character, a very good likeness. As far as articulation goes, we got a little movement at the shoulders. It's hard to tell if his head moves at all. And it doesn't look like there's much articulation down by the legs. So basically you pose them in one shape and that's it. Well, we're getting pretty much with the line of Jedi here, but of course there's one other main Jedi from the Clone Wars animated series, and that would be Mace Windu. And you'll notice with the packaging on the back here, Mace Windu, of course, has to have the purple outlining, where Anakin had kind of a dark blue, Obi-Wan had a lighter blue, Yoda had a green, and so forth and so on. Well, as far as Mace Windu goes, we've got purple, and of course he does come equipped with the purple lightsaber, as you can see. Pretty good likeness. Of course, the cartoon characters are always going to be a bit of a caricature of the actual live-action characters, but pretty nice figure. I do like the way some of these lightsabers do show a little bit of a flash effect, as if 2 lightsabers were colliding and you get that little flash of lightning, or not lightning, but energy. There's a couple lightsabers here that did have that little flash. Now you'll notice these characters, I would say, are from the first set of the series, because when the second set came out, they added a little sticker up here saying new season 3. Now, is this very different from the original one? Well, when I'm looking at them, I don't see any difference whatsoever. I think they're the same figure. They are pretty much the same packaging. The only difference is the little sticker they put on here saying season 3. Also, this is the first one I see that has a price sticker on it. Now, we all know if you want to collect the vintage figures of today's world in 2000, well, at the end of 2022 here, vintage 3 3/4 inch action figures are now about $14, $14 to $15. Getting a little high priced. These figures, $6.49. You could buy 2.5 of these for the price of 1 today. Did inflation go up that much in the last 20 years? Well, if we think about it, inflation went up that much in the last year. Well, 2 years. Ever since we've had a little sickness going around, everything seems to skyrocket in price. This is the first of the 3rd season figures. Let me get rid of these quick to make room for this pile. Okay, the next figure of the season 3 figures, would be Anakin Skywalker again. And this time we have a robeless Anakin Skywalker. You can see his arms and you can see his golden hand. Actually, his upper golden arm, you could say, and hand. Kind of a nice little figure there again. Basically, again, very little movement. We can move the arms at the shoulders, and that seems to be about it. One nice thing with this one, and this is probably, I don't know if this has ever happened with another action figure, Anakin comes with both a blue and a red lightsaber. He is wielding both of them with this one. What do you think about that? The next one is a clone trooper. And here's where I'm missing a regular clone trooper, just a basic white clone trooper. I do not have the basic white clone trooper. However, according to Rebel Scum, these colored ones are various versions of the clone troopers. And let me just get this open quick and I can tell you which one is which. The red one here is the clone captain, clone trooper captain. So it was kind of a neat way to get an extra type of clone trooper. If you could find this in the store, a little different color, not your basic white, which is really weird. Why don't I have a basic white clone trooper? Obviously, they must have been snatched up when I was in the stores because I could only find the colored ones, and you'd think the people would be after these more. But I do have the clone captain. I also have the blue clone trooper, which happens to be the clone trooper lieutenant. So the blue is the lieutenant. There is also a clone trooper commander, which has yellow highlights instead of blue or red. So the commander and the regular stormtrooper are the two that I am missing. However, I do have one more clone trooper yet, and that would be the ARC Trooper. And as you can see, the ARC Trooper, who has also got red highlights, has a lot more highlights than just the other one, and he also comes with bigger guns. Yep, he is there for business. There is no getting around it. He is out to destroy as many clunker heads or bucket heads as he can. 2 left, and these 2 belong to the Separatists. Well, one belongs to the Separatists, and one is kind of just a kind of an odd, weird villain. Think you know who he is? We'll get to him. The first one here is General Grievous. Very nice figure of Grievous. There again, not a whole lot of movement. We can swivel his arms, I think, and that is about it. It is pretty much a figure that is going to be just based the way he is as you see him here. He does come with 2 lightsabers. He has a yellow and a blue lightsaber. Who are they from? Who did he kill? Which Jedi did he kill to get those lightsabers? If you know, leave a comment below. I don't remember reading that part of things. It probably was in a book I haven't read yet. So if you know which lightsabers those are, who owned those lightsabers originally, leave a comment below. Let me know. But actually a pretty nice figure of General Grievous in his cartoon format. The last one is a character that I wish they would have brought more into, shall we say, the canon of Star Wars, because he was a very, very unique figure. And that would be Durge. Yep, Durge. Durge was a character that gave our good guys a very good run for the money. They had a lot of trouble with him. To tell you the truth, it's been a long time, so I'm going to have to go back and watch these. I do have them on DVD. Not sure if Disney Plus has these online. I'm going to have to check that out because that'd be easier than throwing in the DVDs. But Durge is a really cool character. If you have not watched the series, go and watch it just for Durge. I'm not going to give away a whole lot because, for one thing, it's been a long time since I've seen these, and I don't remember a whole lot about him. All I remember was he was a very unique character. I kind of liked him. I do like the back here, too, the depiction of him. But Durge comes with a big stick. He's got kind of a javelin there. So there we have it. The 12 of the 14 figures from the Star Wars Clone Wars 2D animated series that was shown on Cartoon Network. What do you think of these figures? Which one is your favorite? Mine, like I said, probably is Durge. I like Durge. But which one is yours? Leave me a comment and let me know. Let's see who likes which. Let's get a discussion going. What do you think? Well, that's all I have for you today. So until next time, may the Force be with you and keep collecting.